Really nice. My
upward curve in terms of quality that we've been seeing. Um, I mean, there's also, because there's so many short films being made, there's also the other side.
Everybody can do it. Does it dilute the quality?
No, it doesn't actually, because I mean, if yes, of 10 years ago there's 100 short films of which 2 would be good, but that 100 has now become 100,000, which means there's 200 good. You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of good quality. I mean, the fact that shorts could actually get a theatrical release, and you could actually go and see 5 short films in the theater, I think was a big deal. And it's definitely the first thing that as a producer.
Why? Tell us
because I love Rocky, and it's kind of interesting to say, okay, boxing film about this guy, hero, Adrian. I mean, there's so many lovely things that have become, cinematic history and these tropes and how you could play with that kind of stuff. But it'll be interesting to even, to do a version of a film like sometimes, like, it's not anything. Normally it's a spark. You read something and something sticks in your head and you're like, that's an interesting story. Or you meet somebody and an incident happens to you and that's an interesting story. They'll come out of nowhere. And I think the process is normally for me, you get an idea and then give it 2 years. Because
give it 2 years.
Yeah, because what happens sometimes you have an idea and it's really exciting for the first month. You're like, it's a great idea. And then what happens is 2 months later, if it's sticking, then you can follow it through. But if there's so many times ideas come and they go in 1 month's time because they're like, it's exciting for about a month, but maybe not for the whole thing. So then you have to then let it gestate. And then, at the same point in time, you make your notes and you try and make a story out of it into a beginning and a middle and an ending and that kind of stuff. But in my experience, it always takes at least 2 years before you're really ready to put it down into a screenplay form. Whether you're writing it or you get another writer on board, it takes
You
that
mean
much
it
time.
gestates for 2 years and then you begin writing? So by the time you begin filming, it's literally 4 years you've had the idea?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you have to. I think at some point in time, I know a lot of other guys have different methods. I mean, this is me personally. I just feel that for me personally to know that whether it's a film I really want to make or it's a film that I've really figured out at the beginning. Because the thing is, once you've committed to writing those 100 pages, you can't change it. You can't change the initial soul of the film. You can't go back and saying, okay, I wrote the wrong film. And I've made that mistake in the past. I've had an idea, I've gone and written the screenplay 2 months later, and I suddenly found that, I didn't think it through enough. I wrote the wrong film. So that's also from personal experience. You have to, I think, really know that this is exactly the way you want to make it. Because once you've committed the 100 pages of paper, then you've committed.
And if it lives with you that long,
then you know exactly, because you've run through every possible permutation in your head of like, so this character no, extra character no, and you've run through all that stuff. So there's no question of saying I never had the time to figure it out.
So if you had to give advice to people who would enter this contest, what would your most important sort of piece of advice be? What should they try to do?
I think just go all out there. I mean, don't hold back. I think my advice would be that. Just find that one film that you love, the one film that you really want to end up sort of like,
and let loose.
And just let loose, completely. Just let loose, don't hold back. Don't think because you're like, you're going towards perfection and you want to get the perfect shot and the perfect script and the perfect performance and you're always insecure about the fact that am I doing the right thing? That's fine. The other insecurity is about really, am I being treated well on set, or do people look at me as a director? Do I have enough power? Those are just stupid insecurities. Those are something people shouldn't have at all.
Are you guys competitive in the way that actors are?
Yeah, we're very competitive. I mean, every time I see a good film that's been made by a friend of mine, I want to kill the guy. It's just like, how dare you go make a good film? But it drives me forward, and I know it's the same with anybody, any of us, whether it's Anurag or Imtiaz or me or Vikas and Navdeep. And it's like there's a certain jealousy, but it's a good jealousy. You sort of see a great film made by one of your peers, and you're spurred on to just do better the next time. Like, you made a good film.
But Vikram, what's amazing to me is, about 10, 15 years ago, directors were extremely closed off. Like, you worked with your production company, you did your thing, but all of you share. I mean, there's such collaboration, there's such a sort of camaraderie. What has changed?
I don't know. I think because all of us struggled together, and I think it's odd. It's come at the same time where whether it's Anurag or it's Imtiaz or it's me or it's Dibakar or Navdeep Singh or Zoya or anybody else, we all pretty much the same age, or we're all pretty much in the same. Whether it's like 5-10 years between. We're all friends to a large extent. We all know each other.
But doesn't competition ever come in?
No, actually, it doesn't, because the idea is that I mean, at least I don't know. For me, and I know for all of us, the fact that you read the ideas, you read the other person's script and give them honest feedback about how you can make it better, and that's the whole thing. You're just basically trying to make your film better. And if it means someone's going to criticize your work, by all means, let them criticize your work.
You don't take it personally?
You don't take it personally because it's all about the film. I mean, you have enough judgment to know when somebody is being personal and somebody's actually sort of like only judging the film for what it is. And most of the time, amongst this peer group, it's just everybody's trying to make the other person's film better because you know it's a good time to make films and let's make the most of it. But let's also let this be a part of history in a sense. You know, let this count. You know, and for that to happen, you have to. That's the process you actually work through. You know, you get. I do that. I mean, the first time I read a script, it's gone out immediately to 10 people, and the 10 people I know who would probably rip it apart.
Does it break your heart?
Yeah, it does. Of course it does.
Really?
Yeah, it does because you know
you
that.
get angry?
No, you don't. I mean, because you kind of like. Maybe I would have got angry 5 years ago, but today no. Today you kind of like say, okay, you put some work into it. You also know by now that every film you write is not going to be gold. You do know that. I think there's a understanding that once you finish, it's like, yeah, it's nice, but
it's not there.
It's not there. Let it go in the cupboard. I mean, I'll maybe think about it 5 years later or whatever the entire sort of stuff is. But there are scripts in that call out to you, and you know that that's the film you have to make. Udaan was one of those films. You know, like I wrote it a long time ago. It sat in that bookshelf, but every time you think of which is the first film you want to make, it's that film. And I think you want to go.
It just goes back.
It goes back to that. So sometimes you yourself know when you've written something special, you know it, and then you can sense it. When people read it, they're like, yeah, it's this problem, but it's a great script, or but it's a great story, and you get that feedback. And sometimes it's very good things, but dude, why you want to make this thing? Unless you're convinced that you really want to make it.
So coming back to Done in 60 Seconds, I'm sure some or many of the people who will enter this contest will want to eventually become filmmakers. They look up to people like you. So what would you say to them? What is the best and the worst part of being a director in Bollywood?
I think the best part of being a director, not just in Bollywood, I think is probably seeing your film completed and seeing it on screen is the best part of being a director. I think there's no greater feeling than watching your first color corrected print. On film, you're on print, and
you're touching it.
You're touching it, and you've edited it, and it's got scratches all over the damn thing, and you've gone through, and then frames have burnt out, and you're seeing this messy, scratchy print, and then when you first see the color corrected print, it's just like, wow, what is this? You know? And I think as a director, just seeing that for the very first time is a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's like finishing a script. You know, you're in a mess for the days before that. You're breaking your head. You're hitting a wall. You're just trying to like break through, and you finally finish that script, and you're like, it's the greatest feeling. I think watching a film for the very first time up on screen, where the DI has been done, the sound mix has been done, your cast and crew's together, and you're watching it, and everybody's kind of like you just feel that okay, whatever, for better or for worse, the film is done. It's over. It's done. That's wonderful. The downside is that you're only as successful as your last film. I think that a lot of guys kind of like get that. There is a constant struggle, I think, to make a film. It's always a struggle.
No matter who you are.
No matter who you are, you're always struggling to make a film. And I think that unless you're Rohit Shetty, in which case you're not struggling. But then he has a different struggle altogether. He has to just keep bettering his box office every single time. I think that's
220 done now. 240.
But yeah, I mean, I think the lovely part of the industry is that I think talent is eventually recognized. I don't think there's anyone who I know in the industry who say, oh, that guy's a really talented guy, but he's got no work. I think everybody who's talented definitely has work, whether you're a director or a writer or an actor. And I think that's a lovely part of the industry. And I think that eventually work hard enough,
you'll get there.
You'll get there. I mean, the downside is that you have to have someone who believes in you. I mean, first time talent is so difficult. And I tell every new director that fine, you've got a great script, you've got a great whatever, prepare to be jobless for 5 years.
Really?
Seriously, because look at it. Look at every single director you know today. When did they get their break? It is a struggle. Unless you're somebody's son, or you get lucky. You got a great producer who's giving you a break. I think Karan Johar is wonderful at that. He actually gives a lot of first-time directors a break, and it's great. But most of the other places, you don't get that chance.
Or you can enter Done in 60 Seconds.
Or you can enter Done in 60 Seconds.
Over to you guys. Any questions?